Look up. On a clear night, far from the glare of city lights, the universe reveals itself. A vast, dark ocean glitters with countless points of light. Each one is a sun, a star. Some are giants, burning with the fire of 1,000 of our own suns. Others are ancient embers, having shone for billions of years before the first life stirred on Earth. This is the grandest spectacle available to us, a direct view into the depths of space and time. It's a show that has played every single night for all of human history. It has never failed to captivate us. Human beings are pattern-seeking animals. It's a survival mechanism. We see faces in clouds, shapes in rock formations, and order in chaos. When our ancestors looked up at the scattered points of light in the night sky, they did what we do best. They connected the dots. They drew imaginary lines between the stars, creating pictures in the darkness. These were the first constellations. This wasn't just an idle pastime. It was a way of imposing order on the seeming randomness of the cosmos. It was a way of making the vast, intimidating universe a little more familiar, a little more human. Once our ancestors had drawn their pictures in the sky, they needed to explain them. Why was there a great bear in the heavens? How did that hunter get there? This is where mythology was born. The constellations became the characters in epic stories, gods, goddesses, heroes, monsters. These myths were not just entertainment. They were powerful tools for transmitting cultural values, history, and moral lessons from one generation to the next. Consider Perseus and Andromeda. Look up in the autumn sky and you can see the whole royal family. Queen Cassiopeia, King Cepheus, Andromeda chained to a rock, Perseus flying to her rescue, even the sea monster Cetus. The entire epic saga is laid out across the celestial sphere. The stars were more than just stories and calendars. For many, they were a matter of life and death. Long before compass or GPS, sailors and travelers navigated by the stars. The night sky was the first map, a reliable and ever-present tool for finding your way. The key was knowing which stars were fixed and which ones moved. The most famous guide star is Polaris, the North Star. As Earth spins, other stars circle around Polaris. If you can find Polaris, you always know which way is north, often by using the Big Dipper pointer stars. In the southern hemisphere, navigators use the Southern Cross, draw an imaginary line through its axis to find south. Polynesian wayfinders memorize the rising and setting points of hundreds of stars, allowing them to sail across the Pacific with confidence. This celestial navigation was a science born of necessity. The influence of the stars extends far beyond mythology and navigation. They have been a constant source of inspiration for art, music, and literature throughout human history. The night sky is a symbol of the infinite, the eternal, and the sublime. It taps into our deepest feelings of awe and our longing to connect with something larger than ourselves. Think of Vincent van Gogh's The Starry Night, more than a painting of sky, an emotional, turbulent, and ecstatic vision of the cosmos. Van Gogh painted what he felt. The stars became vibrant centers of creation, inspiring works that speak directly to the soul. From Shakespeare's star-crossed lovers to Dante's vision of the love that moves the sun and the other stars, poets and writers have used the sky as backdrop for our greatest stories. Composers from Holst to David Bowie have tried to capture the sounds of the universe, translating silent grandeur into harmonies that evoke wonder. Our relationship with the stars was not destined to remain in the realm of myth and art alone. The same predictability that made constellations useful for farming and navigation sparked a desire for precision, measurement, and a mechanical understanding of the heavens. Instruments like the astrolabe, perfected by Islamic scholars, were both tools and works of art, allowing users to measure star altitudes, tell time, and determine latitude. Early astronomers began to chart star positions numerically, moving from "what does it look like" to "where is it exactly," creating a new kind of map based on coordinates. This shift was a monumental leap, the birth of science. Then came the telescope. When Galileo looked up, he shattered the old worldview. He revealed countless individual stars, moons orbiting Jupiter, and began to show that constellations are perspective illusions. Stars are separated by unimaginable distances. This understanding amplified, not diminished, our wonder. Today, in the year 2025, Our journey into the cosmos continues. We have sent robotic emissaries to every planet in our solar system. Our telescopes on the ground and in orbit peer back to the dawn of time, capturing light from the universe's first galaxies. The constellations of our ancestors now serve as guideposts for instruments like JWST as they hunt for habitable worlds. The Great Bear, the Hunter, the Queen, they still point the way toward new frontiers, guiding telescopes and missions. Kepler stared at regions like Cygnus for years, discovering thousands of potential new worlds. The myths of gods and monsters are being supplemented by the true stories of stellar nurseries and supernovas that seed the elements of life. The magic is still there, the knowledge that we are made of stardust. When that light reaches your eye, you complete a journey that has spanned millennia. So the next time you find yourself under a dark, clear sky, take a moment. Find a familiar pattern: Orion, the Big Dipper, the Southern Cross. Think of all the generations who have looked upon those same stars, the myths they told, the voyages they made, the art they created. Then think about the three-dimensional reality behind that simple pattern, the cosmic factories that made the elements in our bones and blood. The constellations are our bridge between the past and the future, a timeless reminder of our quest to understand our place in the cosmos. The journey has just begun. We are a way for the universe to know itself. Take a moment. Look up. The invitation to wonder is still open.